So I'm using my phone making this video because I didn't plan on making this video, but I love talking about bass and subwoofers, so I thought I would share really quickly with you guys. I'm starting to get the home theater kind of put together, and this may be the final form as far as where my speakers are. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting rid of the calibration file that I was using in the old home theater because it doesn't make sense in this room anymore, and things are way different. Things are not even close to being the same from the last room. So I'm deleting the files that I had set on the mini DSP for these subs, and I'm making a new one. So right now, I'm not too sure 100% that the room's going to stay exactly this way, but I know that I want my subs to sound the same as each other. If you guys have followed my channel, or even if you haven't, I'll remind you, I've always had this Rhythmic G25 HP. This is a dual opposed 15-inch sub. So dual 15s sealed, and they're opposed, meaning they face opposite directions of each other. Both drivers are active with an 1800 watt amplifier on the back. This sub has been the best sounding sub I've yet to hear. So it's staying in the system. I bought this for just under $3,000 about, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years ago, something like that. And because it's so expensive, it's gone up almost $1,000 since then. And they don't make it in white. So I made my own. I made two of them. And they both use similar drivers with similar power capabilities, but these boxes are bigger because of the type of driver. So these are two Dayton Ultimax 15s. These are also dual opposed. So there are two drivers on each side, and they're both active. They're not passive. They're both active drivers. Same thing with this one over here. Two 15s. Both of them are active. They are built exactly the same as the Rhythmic sub. I called Rhythmic and said, hey, I need to know your secret sauce because I want to make basically a clone. And that's what I did with both of these subwoofers. And I want to show you how much money you can save going DIY. Take a look at my screen here. These are the graphs of my subs. The red line to the very top line is the Rhythmic G25 HP. And I guess I'll try to do it for one hand. Let me just put this line by itself. Now this is near field. This is not my in-room response. This is just the microphone about that close, right? So this is what the Rhythmic does kind of on its own with no calibration, just how it sounds in its natural form. It reaches down to 5 hertz and probably goes beyond that, and I have it cut off at 120. So it's a pretty decent line for the most part. Very easy to play with this to make it even smoother. Now I'm going to click on my front left sub, which is going to be this green line, and look how similar they are. The Rhythmic plays a little bit louder, or the volume's turned up louder, or whatever. They're not completely gain matched yet. They're getting close. But you can see that the line follows the same kind of pattern as the Rhythmic does, because I made it to be just like the Rhythmic. And I've stressed this so much that I really want my subs to be the same. And I know you guys say, oh, they're not the same, whatever. This is very close. This is very close. And I know a graph doesn't tell you how it sounds, but it sounds similar too. I'll even turn on the front right one, which is orange. And that one is darn near the same as the green one, which is darn near the same as the red one. So I've managed to build my own Rhythmic subwoofer without their technology, and I'm getting a pretty similar line. How does it sound? They do sound the same because I purposely picked drivers that perform similarly, but they do sound slightly different, of course. For example, the Rhythmic seems to be more smooth. It gradually rolls off versus my DIYs. They kind of roll off faster when you get under about 30 hertz or so, and then they kind of smooth out from there. But the Rhythmic has servo technology, and that's something I can't replicate. But to be this close and spend not even half the money is incredible. I spent on this box $500. This is built by a different guy, which I will be making another one of those boxes. But this box is made by a different guy. I spent about $300 on this box, $500 on that box. Those are the new Dayton Ultimax version 2s, or what, just over $300 for one. At the time, that was like, I don't know, $250. I can't remember what those were. But nonetheless, I spent less than $1,000, or right at $1,000 on this box. And I spent about $1,000 on that box right there. The Rhythmic cost $3,500. So to get this kind of performance out of these subs that are less than half the price, just stress this to you guys that you can get factory quality performance with half the money. It really is possible. And they complement my Arendals so well. It's crazy. The sound quality is nuts. So yes, this line isn't the smoothest yet. There isn't any DSP added to it. There isn't any calibration. There's no time aligning. I'm not there yet at all in my system. Right now, I'm just trying to get them all to sound the same by giving them their own PEQ. That's what I'm doing right now. Just giving them a little bit of PEQ, trimming some things back, yada yada, to make this line look as equal as possible. And even this I'm happy with. Then I can sum all this together into one sound and make one good subwoofer out of 3. That's what I'm doing right now in my home theater. Stay tuned to the channel. I do have some updates on my Atmos speakers. I am using bookshelves. I do have updates on this screen. We will be putting in a bigger screen tomorrow. I do have updates on my amp rack. I'll talk about all this stuff coming up very soon. So if you're not subscribed, you need to be, because we're having a lot of fun on the K-Pitch Guy channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are not already. And we will see you on the next video. K-Pitch Guy out. Peace.